Good night, good night. Dai Good Talk in the building. My boy Karen, Michaela, and Tiffany talking tonight. I'm Brandon. And well, first Karen go ahead and list some scenarios for us. And we're going to go ahead and comment on those. And we want to hear all your thoughts to us, so just go ahead and go crazy in the comments. But go ahead, Karen.
So this first scenario we have here, we have been in a relationship for 3 to 4 months now. And at the start, we had sex. We had other sexual interactions and all was well. I might mention he was a virgin prior to me, but I wasn't. I had much more sex. Basically, I want sex all the time. He never wants it. We talk about it and seems like there's no compromise. I love him so dearly and I want that feeling of being wanted and appreciated as a woman. And I long for it so bad. I count the days without sex and he's completely fine without it. Any advice on coping with something like this? Edit. We just had sex.
Yeah, go ahead and you're going to let the ladies go first because I feel like they definitely had a lot to say a couple of seconds ago.
Personally, I think that he's probably just not interested in,
Speak plain.
vagina.
I feel like maybe because it was his first experience, it probably may not have been what he expected it to be. So, I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't what he expected it to be. Like, everybody does have their little conversations. Like, oh my God, like, sex with ladies and blah, blah, blah. And, like, it just didn't turn out to be what he was hearing about. Maybe he just didn't enjoy it or what. I don't know.
You know what? That's kind of a point too, because I remember when I lose my virginity, I was like, "These what people going crazy about." And then I remember about 2-3 days after, I was like, "Wait, I could do some yams again."
No, I remember my first time. I was like, this is it? Like, why people going crazy over this? Like, this not even good.
To be honest, losing your virginity, that don't really count. Like, that's always be real bad.
Yeah, but remember for him, it was his first experience with her.
But don't say the man not interested in guts, by dog. Right? That's all.
Yeah,
All
so
I'm saying
it
is,
was his first experience.
you see how, like,
So it's probably bad for him. I don't know.
I like the attempt at accountability, because sometimes women very much feel like, how all women like to feel like there's misgrip, really grip. So like, she probably feel like she have that wet, and really and truly,
I mean,
you're just mediocre for like right through. He just mediocre right through, and you're just saying really where it
I
cracked up
find
to be.
Karen is making a.
I mean, just two things come to mind with this situation here, right? It could be that because I mean the man had sex with the man had sex for the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he might be like, sex, not bad.
Yeah,
Or he might be like, wait boy, this sex was good. I could see myself having sex again sometime next week. You understand? And then he might have sex with our next girl at some other point in time, and he's like, wait, this sex real good. I could do this like next 2 days. And then he has sex with our next girl and he's like, nah boy, this is the best sex ever. I could do this again right now. So it all depends on like the vibe of the person and thing. And the first time is really not really all that good to
Yeah, they already said this
it
time.
might be trash, you know what I mean? You don't even know what you're doing, so to speak, really. So yeah, and as I mean, like you don't even know where you like, where you don't like.
Facts.
You never really find yourself sexually. And
Facts.
number two, homeboy could just have a really low sex drive too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
and
could be it as well.
it could have a mismatch in sex drives because there's some men and women too. They just don't feel for sex much or at all even. Some people they just have sex with their partner because the next person want it. So it could be that my boy just or you probably never find yourself in terms of sexual orientation yet too in a band.
Dad, come on, bro. Don't spin it like that.
I'm not wheeling that out.
Nah, I wheeling it out, dog. My man's is part of the street man crew. Don't do him that.
We have
You
Please.
don't know that.
we have to read him
However,
out.
I liked how he touched on the topic where the guy may not have had the same sex drive as the female, because that could be it as well, you know?
I have a solution to that problem, you know.
We don't know the guy's sexual orientation, but we just speculate.
All I saying is, if you want to find out, just sneak a little honey pack in the man juice.
Whoa there, buddy. No, we're not doing that.
You'll find out. You'll find out. Sneak a little
That's a
honey
bit
pack.
much.
A little honey pack in the man juice. If you know your word every day.
So you can give the man a honey pack every day, or the man dead?
Yeah, so-
Whatever it takes. How bad you word every day. If you're willing to risk toppy life to get a little sticks, then
Nah, but I think that's where compromise would come in, but that's a whole new other topic.
nah, sure, they had to get a rose, man. She had to invest in a little rose.
I mean, where should
I've
I?
been talking to somebody about that tonight stuff, and I heard that real good.
It's real good.
So we have a next topic. So the topic is 24 male, found a condom under my girlfriend, 21 female dorm bed. So the story is, this past Sunday, as we were heading out, she couldn't find the key to her dorm apartment, so I searched under the bed just in case. I looked against the wall and edges and found nothing. Then I lifted this poster that was in the middle and kind of lifted, and that's when I found the condom. I immediately got out under the bed and asked her, "What is this?" They looked dumbfounded and said, "A condom," and I asked if she was cheating on me. She said no and continued looking for the key. I was really shocked and said, "What?" And she looked at me and said, "Believe what you want to believe." Typical man response. I can't believe a female is saying that. But,
She's a narcissist.
yeah. Same thing that
She's
going
a
through my head.
narcissist.
That going through my head, I swear. Right? She was like, great. I love how you said she's a narcissist, because I thought that too.
Nah, that's a
That is such
Big
a
gaslight.
narcissistic response.
If-
On a real.
big gas
Like
light
if I
moves.
come by you
So much manipulation.
and I find a condom, is there much explanation?
I
to
don't even
do?
want to
Like,
talk
Why
again.
you even have that though? We don't even
Yeah,
use that. Why you have a condom in your place?
Well, actually, yeah, that's the next thing I was gonna mention.
No,
Like,
but-
yeah, I don't know that.
It had to be that the man know we
That
don't
we
use
don't use
condoms,
condoms,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Or it had to be that he know, well, I wasn't here day before yesterday or whatever. You know what I mean? And you find a condom. So I mean, in my opinion, it really had too much to discuss.
I might have shake Shane and say at least you use a condom and then bust out.
No, but even some though. Even if we're not using
That is
condoms, like,
growth.
bro, we
That's
don't even
growth.
use condoms. Like, we don't even use condoms. Like, what is this doing here?
Well, at least you use a condom, man.
You
And
know
you find
something,
out
Brandon? I feel like we need to give our points for using a condom for real. Like,
Yeah, because well, they actually argue.
Okay,
Well,
so-
our next man road over
Okay,
and
so
then
let's
play
say this, right? So this one guy she used a condom with, but 3 guys before that, she never used a condom.
but you never find out about that, so you don't know.
Yeah,
You
you
can only
would
talk
never
about what you know about, you understand?
Wow.
And at the end of the day, we all know one is guaranteed, and girl
At
is
the
Oh,
very
so-
least, if you use a
Not
condom, you
guaranteed,
get
though.
points from me.
One
You get
is
points
not
from me.
guaranteed.
one is guaranteed.
You're just accustomed to it.
I don't
Look
know about
at the
one
stats.
guaranteed, but the statistics are real high
Look
right now.
at the stats. Look at the poll. Mr. Epic, pull up the poll. Look at the
Yeah.
poll. Girl is shit.
Right here.
98%.
Let's put
Votes.
98% right where my fingers. Yeah.
Girl is
Girl
shit. One is guaranteed. This
so
is known from our
north,
man.
south, east, west. It
Come
don't
on.
matter.
So like, we already know she was going on. It was just a matter of when. I hear a girl ball the other day. She
boy.
horning first. You understand? So I mean, kudos
Way
for the
boy.
condom. Yeah, I could respect that. I still done it with you, but. You know what I mean?
We could be friends.
Yeah.
we could be friends.
You're not
If
as
you- if
foul
you- yeah.
as the regular.
You see, if you don't use a condom, can't be friends.
Nah.
You're putting my health at risk.
Yeah.
At the very least, I know if you use a condom, you're considering my health.
So I have this random question in my mind, right? So say she's in a condom with everyone.
We mean
But
everyone.
Any guy that she doing it with, right?
Me too.
Anybody.
Yeah.
But she giving each and every single one of all your dog walk 3,000. Like, on your fine with that?
Nah, but no. No. I'm not
brother,
gonna ask that question. Nah,
I ain't
no
try-
good.
I ain't trying to make you out, but ain't you was already fine with something like that already?
Wait, but for real.
Wow.
It's true. It's
But I
true.
mean, like, you know,
Wow.
It's true.
just
Ouch. But I wasn't okay
For
with.
real?
I mean, I was pretending to be fine, but we all know I wasn't fine.
I mean,
Oh.
it's like you know what you're going for, right? You know what this is about. Like every
Do you know-
relationship have a purpose. You understand? Some girls is for one thing, some girls is for. And don't tell me nothing. I don't want nobody scrutinize them because it's a girl when I go through the phone, it's car man, money man, food man. You understand? So sometimes a man might have a.
Guilty. You see,
A man might have a man might
I
have
don't have that.
a man might have a go girl. So what? So what? Yeah, you look through your man phone contact, you might see Deep Throat Queen 9000. That is what you have. Cause when they paying on
Throat
man as
goat.
food man,
It's through
throat
my
good.
man phone.
You understand? So a man could have a little throat good. Well, I don't.
But all I saying is, if I have my bird and I know she had throat good, but she get to everybody else, I go feel. I'll feel real
Let me ask you
unspecial.
something,
though.
Brandon. Right? Another off. Well, I won't say off topic, but as you mentioned that, right? Your girl is a truth good. How did you think she became a truth good?
I ain't saying she
I'm just
couldn't
asking.
practice. I
You
ain't
feel
saying
she
she
just
couldn't
wake up one
practice.
day and yeah, but I truth good
Approve,
now.
right?
Come on,
Yeah.
dog.
Well, okay, here's
There's
what.
different shapes, sizes. You understand?
But
She's a prodigy.
Oh, it's become a truth good.
She's just a
Practice.
prodigy.
nah, but I will. Here's what I'll go do this for the woman, right? I remember I meet a girl and she gave me a little walk and it was real terrible. And I teach her. Well, I'm not teach her, but I can tell her certain things that you could have do. Yeah, no, I see.
Yeah, but Brandon.
yeah. I already know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, what
But
I'm
ABC
saying,
should.
no, what I'm saying is right. You could tell a girl what to do that you would like, right? And every man kind
yeah,
of
I like
different.
that.
Every man kind of different. But when word around tongue is shorty have a truth, and you know what I mean, she come and give you the truth. You love it. She give Mark the truth. Mark love it. Kendall, he love it. One time I talking about that's a different kind of skill. You talking about a personalize something. You tell a girl to do what you like to do, but for a girl to just give anybody the truth and everybody like it, come on, that have to be target practice only. You understand? You would have acquired that by
true.
doing the most.
Through pain and hard work.
Yeah.
Through hard work.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
No, blood, sweat, and saliva.
Yeah, you understand? So you find you realize you go and you carry this girl to a child movie, you carry to watch Barbie, you buy a dog, she the dog, you got a dog in one bite.
She actually is a
Come
monster.
on,
Classic
come on,
monster.
you had to smile.
Yeah, I don't know. You're in for a good night. You're in for a good night. So this is my part. So we've been planning our trip to our home country for a few months, and one of the points was that I will pay for our living cost. Oh shit! Nah. Nah.
Oh God.
How do I, 25 male, handle this situation that my wife, 23 female, made up? So we've been planning our trip to our home country for a few months. And one of the points was that I will pay for our living costs where we now live, and she put her paycheck to save for our 2-week vacation. The vacation was great, but we also had to fix our car there, and it wasn't cheap. Last night, she started complaining that I didn't help pay for our time there and car service, and that she alone paid for everything and had to also send me money. Every cent of my paycheck was spent on our flat, our ferry, tickets, and gas for the car, apartment in our home country, and for the vacation period in general. I'm a bit confused how I didn't help financially in this situation. I don't even know what to say to her. I just feel disappointed. Her remark when I confronted her was, when you didn't work, I sent you money anytime you needed it. I bought you stuff and never complained about it because I always think of it as our money and not just yours or mine. She said only men should send money. So I feel so disappointed. I never thought that she would say or think like that. What the hell do I do?
Yeah, Mark, drop the clip with Izzo one time talking about how the man didn't pay for it was a coach set. What was Kendall? He didn't pay for something that he agreed to pay back for. You understand? No, this is a circumstance like that. Oh boy, money was spent on them.
Other things, yeah. But it's not
But
different.
it was beneficial to them, right? So that's what I'm saying. And this is what I was saying. They were trying to flame someone down now, you understand? But this is what I was saying. It could be that top man You know, he trying to make things work. He spending money on them. You know what I mean? And I don't find nothing wrong with that. The man, he spend money on both of them. You look at that. Your husband, as a matter of fact, you really gonna look to nickel and dime your husband. Like, how that even making sense?
Yes.
Like, you want to nickel and dime me, of all people? That
Me, that's
damn
kinda
Matson.
long-term investment.
Like, if you know, if we living together and you know that my money would have paid for the home expenses and the gas for the car and thing, I think that you would know that. Because
Yeah.
if you realizing the home things around the home changing, the car always working, it had gas, this, that, the other, and you not paying for it. Casper ain't paying for it.
Resources are
it,
spending, yeah.
it had to be me paying for it.
Somebody.
So you really trying to offend me? So then I should have put gas in my car and keep my little cash to have money
And
in my
forget your
account.
car.
Yeah, so that I wouldn't have to ask you for no money. Then I understand because and that's what I'm saying. I don't feel she ready. Them could done this because this is our union we talking about here, right? This is our union. So if they have no, you talking about only men should send money. So if your husband in a little problem, you wouldn't send money to get your husband. She gonna have one now, man. I
No,
sure
it's
about that.
like
She
Guaranteed.
material. She's a
Guaranteed.
material
Yeah,
girl.
she's
She
materialistic.
watching money.
Material girl.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
watching
that's
coins.
it.
That relationship not even making sense already to me. Like them get married too young. He's 25. She's 20. She just scrap the whole thing.
No, she just wanted the financial part of it. She didn't want anything
Well, then
else.
she didn't want a husband. She was a sugar daddy.
Exactly, and a lot of people get confused with that whole thing with marriage and a wedding, and like a lot of people look forward to the wedding because, oh my god, it's this big fancy party, blah blah blah, and then like they don't really want the marriage itself, you know, like they just want this beautiful, lovely.
If me and you married and
Yeah,
you know I work in a grocery, you know my money finite. You cannot expect me. You know how much money I working for.
A
So
lot of females, especially okay, like so guys in the beginning, I don't know why you'll do this, but you'll try to play some guys. I'm not saying everybody, but some guys try to play this kind of different role in the beginning, right? So like you would overextend yourself financially or in any other way to a female to try to get this female to get through with this female and whatever, right? And then when you get this female, then you go back to how exactly you are, like how you can manage yourself, your financials, your time, your this, your that, your the other, blah blah blah, right? And then it's like the female is like, oh my god, but you were already spending this amount on me, and now we reached this, and like that could possibly be the case. Like, you know, he was kind of over compensating for this financial thing, spending too much, blah blah blah. She fall for this. She's like, oh my god, we're gonna have this financially stable life. She get married to him, and then after that, you know,
imagine.
I don't know.
Yes, sir. Before,
Imagine. No, this is crazy.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Imagine
Oh, my foot
going
falling asleep.
above your budget
Yeah.
to impress a girl that you don't even know if she like
That's
you.
crazy.
That is madness.
That's
I can never
crazy.
see myself. And I just say this every single podcast, fellas. If she like you, you wouldn't have to spend all that money to
That's
impress
You
true.
her.
don't need to
And
do
the
it.
next thing, I doesn't always say that, but I always say this: if she like you, she will spend money on you.
facts.
But girl, real cheap as Kendall say, you know what I mean? The points to note. Points to note.
Some.
Yeah.
Some.
Most, if
Some.
not all. And in fact, this goes back to
Pull up the poll there, Mr. Epic on the
But this goes back to how a man is really do appreciate, or whatever it is a man is do. Like when a man consistently do it, like
It don't
is
be appreciated.
It eventually just become invisible. Like if you're not doing
For
more
certain
and
females,
more,
if you're doing it for the wrong female,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
But
the
who's
man
the
do it
right
for you, the man do
female?
it for the
a
wife.
female that would.
The man
how
going-
do you choose? How
the
do you
man
know?
going out of his way for his wife.
Just because you make her your wife doesn't mean that she's the right woman.
No, I'm just saying, I'm
People
just
tend
saying.
to put people on
All
a
I'm saying is if
pedestal
you're
for no
trying to
reason.
be if you're trying to be a wife, if you're the fact that we get married was the point. The fact that we get married means that your goal was, or yeah, in general, your life goal was to be a wife. And I feel like, well, you're just what the title of a wife, or you feel like wife don't come with wife duties or wife expectations. I don't know. Even at 23, I think you could grasp that being a wife means you can't just think about yourself only. It's a situation which goes back, hold on, just goes back to the whole situation where you were saying how man a startup spending a lot of the cash to try to woo a girl. And I'll tell you why it is be like that. Because the game is not us The game is me trying to get you. It have no us. Yet, when it becomes us, then this is how the context of a relationship works, right? If I trying to woo you, right? I vetting you for something long term. Now, when we end up in a relationship, I am now vetting you for marriage, right? So if I just vetting to be in a relationship with you, everybody just bring the best foot forward, and it is already expected that the man have to jump out the cash, right? The opportunity for a man to really showcase himself, and I'm sorry to say it, although what Karen said is true, two things could be right at the same time. The opportunity to really show a girl what you're made of, a lot of the times is really had to jump out your cash. Because it goes back to the same $200 date thing, where the man was trying to talk to the girl. The man ran out of money for the games, and when the man ran out of the money for the games, she done log off on the man already. You have to spend your money to get a chance.
Yeah, but Brandon, as a big man out here,
I'm not
as
saying
a big. I'm not saying you're wrong, you know, but as a big man, because men just do it all the time. But as a big man out here, you have to prioritize. And you
pace yourself, of course.
You cannot put your whole life on pause for a girl who you don't know about. You don't know if she like it. You don't know if she gonna be with you. But man, I'm letting you all know, if you could afford to buy a catch for that girl and not a Cadbury, send a catch. You understand?
Agreed.
If she hungry and they can afford a 1 piece, send her 1 piece, not a 3 piece. Don't try no big boy thing. You know your money can't. You understand? Because then when you find out she pick a next man over here, you're gonna be heartbroken. Or let me say the relationship will last. And I wouldn't say that.
There's a chooser man who could do more, but does do far less.
I wouldn't say
That's
that
usually
either.
how it does work.
They'll pick a man. They'll pick. But it's not, they might pick a douchebag, a man who have no money. They might pick a man who
Well,
sell
that's
drugs.
about it.
They might pick a gun man. They might pick all kind of different man. You understand? So really and truly, and I try to let men know.
What did she say?
Like men just be real but hurt over it. When they see that
It's
being real
facts.
nice to you and they pick a real loser. But at the end of the day, you have to remember, boy, it has no logic in this thing, you know. A girl will just pick a
I
douchebag.
would encourage men to stop being buttered. If you take care, I'll take
Yeah,
care.
because what I'm saying is, sometimes you might try and compare yourself to a boy and say, but this man really better than me, you know. But you see, when the man really not saying nothing at all,
but
you just get confused.
That has been.
Yeah, but
That's
comparison is the thief of joy, right? So don't compare yourself to no douchebag if you know you're shut out. Yeah,
I mean, that's easier said than done, you know.
Yo, guy with a girl like small thing.
But that's still easier said than done by dog. By.
Yeah,
When you see a girl when you see a girl with that you like with a man that just, you can just tell that he just not even half for you, dog. That I don't know about you. That's really bother me, dog. As I know I'm afraid to tell all. Yeah, I lose sleep. I would lose sleep.